The alien scrapyard floated at the edge of the galaxy, far from bright stars and busy worlds. It was a place where failed machines were sent to be forgotten. Broken ships, silent drones, and dead weapons drifted slowly in the dark. Alien workers moved between the metal ruins, laughing and talking to them. This place was nothing special, just a graveyard for useless things. That day, a large transport ship arrived from Earth. Inside it was a strange object covered in dust and burn marks. The aliens opened the cargo and stared at the machine. It was a humanoid prototype, old and damaged. Its armor was cracked. Its chest was broken, one arm was missing, and its eyes were dark. An alien engineer scanned it and laughed. "Another failed Earth toy," he said. "Why do humans send us broken junk?" Other aliens laughed with him. One of them kicked the metal body. "No one wants broken toys," he said. They marked the prototype as scrap and ordered it to be thrown away. To them, it was already dead. Just another mistake made by humans. Not far from them stood a human boy. He was small, quiet, and easy to ignore. He worked in the scrapyard doing simple cleaning tasks. The aliens rarely noticed him. To them, he was just another worker, weak, slow, and unimportant. But the boy was watching the prototype. He did not laugh. He felt something strange when he looked at it. The boy slowly walked closer. He looked at the damaged machine. Its surface was cold and silent. Everyone else turned away. The aliens were already bored. They moved on to the next shipment. The boy stayed behind. He knelt beside the prototype and gently placed his hand on its chest. For a moment, nothing happened. The scrapyard was silent. Only distant metal sounds echoed in space. Then something changed, very small, almost impossible to see. One of the prototype's eyes flickered. Just for a second, a weak blue light appeared. The boy pulled his hand back. His heart started beating fast. He stared at the eye, not breathing. The light disappeared. The eye went dark again. The machine looked dead once more. The boy looked around quickly. The aliens were far away. No one had seen it. Was it real? The boy thought. Or was it just his imagination? He looked at the prototype again. He noticed deep marks on its body. Not from failure, but from battle. This machine had not broken easily. It had fought. It had survived something terrible. The boy felt a connection. He knew what it felt like to be called useless, to be ignored and left behind. Carefully, he checked the prototype's control panel. Most systems were offline. Power levels were almost zero. But one line of text remained, faint and unstable, awaiting human input. The boy's eyes widened. The aliens had missed this. Or maybe they never bothered to look. Footsteps echoed in the distance. The aliens were coming back. The boy had to decide fast. He stood up and grabbed a small repair cart. Using all his strength, he slowly pulled the prototype toward a dark corner. No one noticed. To the aliens, it was just moving scrap, not worth watching. As the prototype disappeared into the shadows, its eye flickered again, this time slightly brighter. Deep inside the dead machine, something old began to wake up. Something that had been waiting for a human. The dark corner of the scrapyard was quiet. Broken machines floated slowly. Forgotten by everyone, the human boy pulled the prototype deeper into the shadows. His hands were shaking, not from fear, but from hope. He checked again to make sure no alien was watching. The scrapyard was loud in other places, but here, it felt silent and secret. The prototype lay still, its body heavy and cold, like it had been sleeping for a very long time. The boy opened his small repair cart. Inside were simple tools, old wires, weak batteries, and cracked panels. Nothing powerful, nothing advanced, just basic things the aliens did not care about. He looked at the machine's broken chest. The power core was damaged, but not destroyed, still alive. The boy whispered. He did not know why he said it, but it felt true. He connected a weak power cell, the kind used for cleaning bots, very small, very old. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the prototype's fingers moved, just a little. The boy froze. His breath stopped. His eyes stayed wide open. A soft sound came from inside the machine, like a deep breath, like a system waking up. A low voice spoke, broken and slow. System damaged, core unstable. The boy felt fear and excitement. Together, he did not run. He stayed. Alien voices echoed far away, laughing, joking, talking about useless scrap. If they see this, the boy thought, they will shut it down. They will destroy it. He worked faster, fixing loose wires, cleaning burned contacts. The prototypes are lit up again, blue and weak, but steady this time. Human detected, the voice said. Authorization accepted. The boy did not understand everything, but he understood one thing. The machine knew him. Memories flashed across the prototype's damaged screen, images of Earth, human soldiers, training, fields, long nights, voices shouting commands. The boy saw humans working together, fixing machines, fixing each other. The prototype spoke again. Primary function incomplete. Mission failed. The boy placed his hand on the metal arm. "It's okay," he said softly. "You're not useless." He did not know why he said that. Maybe he was speaking to himself too, because he had heard those words before. The aliens had called him weak, slow, unimportant. They said humans were lucky, not smart, not advanced. The prototype's system stabilized. Power levels slowly rising, still very low, awaiting command. The machine said. The boy swallowed. He was just a child. "I don't have commands." He said, "I just want to help." For a moment, the machine was silent. Then new text. Peered assistance acknowledged. Footsteps grew louder. Alien workers were moving closer. The boy panicked. He quickly covered the prototype with scrap panels, making it look like broken junk, just like everything else. Two aliens passed nearby. They did not stop. They did not look. "Scrap is scrap," one of them said. "No point checking." When they left, the boy collapsed beside the machine. His heart was racing. His hands were dirty and bleeding. The prototype turned its head slightly, looking at the boy, studying him. "Human," it said. "Why repair broken unit?" The boy thought for a moment, then answered honestly, "Because broken does not mean finished." The machine processed the words. Deep inside its damaged core, something changed. A new priority formed. Not written by code, but by trust, and far away, beyond the scrapyard. A silent signal began to move through space. Something had noticed. The prototype waking up. Something powerful, and it was coming. The signal moved quietly through space. No alarms sounded. No warnings appeared on alien screens. The aliens believed they were safe. Their technology was advanced. Their defenses were strong. In the scrapyard, the human boy stayed hidden. The prototype rested beside him, its systems slowly becoming stable. Power levels were still low. But something important had changed. The machine was no longer sleeping. The boy studied the prototype's damaged body. He noticed symbols carved into the armor. Human symbols. Not decoration, not design, but records. Each mark told a story. Battles fought, missions survived. "This is not a toy." The boy whispered, "This is a soldier." The prototype's eye brightened. "Yes," it replied. "Combat, adaptive unit." The boy felt a chill. The aliens had called it broken junk, but it was never weak. The machine continued. Prototype, status misunderstood, primary function misclassified. The boy frowned. "What do you mean?" he asked. His voice was calm but curious. "This unit was not built to win alone." The prototype said slowly, "Unit was built to learn." Images appeared on the cracked screen. Humans training together, failing, standing up again, fixing mistakes, improving every time. Humans improve through failure. The prototype said, "Design reflects creators." The boy stared at the images. He had never heard aliens speak like this. They believed perfection mattered most. The prototype shifted slightly, metal plates locking into place. Self-repair had begun. Very slow, very weak, but real. Alien scientists entered the scrapyard. They were scanning for strange signals. Confused and annoyed, something activated. One alien said, "But it makes no sense." Their scanners passed over the hidden corner. The readings spiked for a moment, then vanished. False reading. Another alien said, "Probably scrap noise." The boy held his breath. The prototype powered down its signal instantly, protecting them both. Threat awareness detected. The prototype whispered, "Human safety priority." The boy felt something tighten in his chest. The machine was protecting him, not the other way around. When the aliens left, the prototype powered up again, stronger than before. External danger approaching, it said. Unknown origin. The boy's eyes widened. "What kind of danger?" he asked. Fear creeping into his voice. Non-biological, high energy, galaxy-level threat. The boy did not fully understand, but he understood enough. Everyone was in danger. "Can you stop it?" the boy asked, his voice quiet, almost afraid of the answer. The prototype paused, processing damaged data. Running old simulations. Alone, it said. Probability low. The boy felt his hope drop. Then the prototype continued. With human, probability increases. Significantly, the boy looked at the machine. You need me, he said, not as a question. Yes, the prototype replied. Human presence enables adaptation. The boy thought about the aliens, how they laughed, how they discarded broken things. Humans were different. They fixed what failed. They stayed. When things were hard, I will help, the boy said. Even though he was scared, even though he was small. The prototype's core pulsed with blue light, systems unlocking one by one, hidden layers activating. Human recognized as partner, the prototype announced. Bond established. Far away, the silent threat changed direction, locking onto the scrapyard. Time was running out. The aliens did not know, but humanity's forgotten prototype did. And for the first time, the machine was not waiting for orders. It was choosing to fight, not for glory, not for victory, but for the human who believed it was alive. Warning lights suddenly flashed across the alien scrapyard. Sirens began to scream. The quiet place turned loud and chaotic. Alien workers stopped laughing, their screens filled with red symbols. Unknown threat detected. Ships in orbit began to move. Defense cannons powered up. But the systems hesitated. The alien commander shouted orders. Find the source. Lock all sectors. In the dark corner, the human boy felt the ground shake. He looked at the prototype, fear clear on his face. They know, the boy said. They will find us. The prototype stood up slowly, metal grinding softly, its damaged body straightening. Time critical, it said. Threat arrival imminent. A shadow appeared in space, large, silent, not alive. The alien scanners failed again. Their weapons did not lock. Their technology could not understand the enemy. It's not responding. An alien shouted. Our weapons are useless. Panic spread fast. Aliens ran in every direction. Their perfect systems were breaking down. The boy watched in shock. The powerful aliens were afraid, just like him. Their prototype stepped forward, placing itself between the boy and the open space, a protective stance. Defense mode activating. Human safety priority absolute. The boy swallowed hard. You said alone was not enough. You said you needed me. Yes, the prototype replied. Human input required. The boy looked at the control panel. It was broken and incomplete, nothing like alien systems. Human symbols appeared on the screen, old and simple. Easy to understand. The boy placed his hands on the panel, following instinct, not training. Link established. The prototype announced. Adaptive systems unlocked. Energy surged through the machine. Blue light spread across its armor. Cracks began to seal. The alien commander stared at the readings. That prototype, he whispered, it's changing. The shadow attacked. A wave of energy rushed toward the scrapyard. Alien shields collapsed instantly, before the wave could reach the ground. The prototype raised its arm, not to attack, but to protect. A barrier formed, not perfect, but strong. It bent under pressure, almost breaking, but it held. The boy screamed, not in fear, but effort. He pushed, focused, believed. The prototype adapted, learning from the attack, changing its structure in real time. Adaptation complete, counter-response available. The boy looked up. Do it, he said, his voice shaking but strong. The prototype released a focused pulse, not destructive, precise. The shadow recoiled damaged for the first time. Confused, alien weapons fired again. This time, guided by the prototype's data. This time they worked. The aliens watched in silence, their mouths open, their pride shattered. That thing, one alien whispered, it was never broken. The shadow retreated slightly, not defeated, but hurt. The threat will return, the prototype warned. Stronger. His scrapyard was damaged, smoke and sparks everywhere, but it still existed. The alien commander slowly approached, looking at the boy, then at the machine. We misjudged, he said, his voice quiet, almost ashamed. The prototype turned its head, its eye glowing bright and steady, no longer weak. Humans designed for failure. It said, so failure does not end them. The boy stood beside it, small but unafraid, no longer ignored. Above them, the stars burned quietly. waiting. The war was not over, but something had changed forever. The aliens had seen the truth. Earth's prototype was not a broken toy, it was a promise, and it had just begun to keep it. The scrapyard was quiet again. Smoke drifted slowly through space. Broken metal floated like silent memories. Alien ships surrounded the area. Not in attack formation, but in protection. The human boy stood beside the prototype. His legs felt weak, but his heart felt strong. The prototype lowered its arm, energy levels stabilizing. Systems calm but ready. Alien leaders gathered nearby, their faces serious, no laughter left in their eyes. They looked at the machine, then at the boy, confused and humbled. This was marked as scrap, one alien said, a failed design, a broken toy. The prototype turned slowly, its voice, steady and clear. No, this unit was incomplete, not broken. Difference matters. The aliens exchanged looks, their perfect logic shaken, their beliefs cracked. The boy stepped forward, his voice quiet but honest. Humans build things to grow. They fail, they break, but they learn. Silence followed his words, not empty, but heavy. Alien records were opened. Data, replayed. Human design logs revealed weeks of training, years of testing, endless repairs. One alien whispered, 13 weeks before combat. They train knowing failure will come. The prototype confirmed it. Yes, human method. Failure prepares survival. Adaptation ensures victory. The alien commander bowed his head, a gesture never given lightly. We were wrong. We judged by appearance, by perfection, and we almost paid the price. He looked at the boy. You saw value where we saw waste. You acted when we laughed. The boy felt heat on his face. He was not a hero by choice, just by belief. The prototype stepped closer to him, standing tall now, whole, human partner essential. It said, bond defines function. A new designation appeared on alien screens. Earth, adaptive defense prototype. Status, active, not scrap, not junk, not forgotten. The alien council made a decision. Earth was no longer underestimated. Human. Technology reclassified. Humans do not discard failure, the commander announced. They turn it into strength. The boy looked up at the stars, thinking of Earth, thinking of home. It felt small before, invisible, unimportant. Now the galaxy had listened, not because he was loud, but because he cared. The prototype knelt slightly, meeting the boy's height, a silent sign of respect, awaiting future missions. It said, together. The boy smiled, a small smile, but real, far away. The unknown threat watched, learning. It had felt resistance, not from perfect machines, but from adaptation, from cooperation, from belief. And across alien space, a new rule was written, quiet, but powerful. Never laugh at human failure, never ignore human persistence, never call their creations toys. Because humans do not build for today, they build for tomorrow. They build for survival, and sometimes, all it takes to change the galaxy is one human and one so-called broken machine.